Good evening, everyone. This is Cricket Lot for Wednesday, April 17th, 2024. And we're going to be just talking about this and that tonight. It's going to be about just little things that you pick up as you go along the way that I thought I'd pass on to you. So, not sure how long it'll take. If other people have little suggestions, we're certainly welcome to share those as well. So I'm going to start with filling up capsules. So sometimes you'll read about where you can take a recipe and make up like 2 drops of this, 2 drops of this, and 2 drops of this, or whatever it is, and then put it in a capsule with the vitality oil. So how do you do that? There's a couple different ways. You can take just a regular bottle and you just have to eyeball it. Let me admit this person. You just have to eyeball it over the capsule and let the drop go in like that. Okay. And then however much you want to fill it up. And then you can also put mixing oil in there if you don't want it so strong when you take it. So like if you want to take 5 drops of thieves and then put some coconut oil or something in there, it won't be so harsh on your stomach if you do that. And then you just put the cap on. If you think you're going to be taking this a lot of times in a row, like an allergy formula or a pain relief formula or something like that, you might want to put it in a bottle with a dripper cap on it like this and mix up a batch at a time. So if it says like 3 drops of this, 2 drops of that, and 1 drop of that, you just multiply it like maybe 10. So instead of 3 drops, you put 30 drops. Instead of 2 drops, you put 20. And instead of 1 drop, you put 10 drops. So multiply everything by 10. And then you have a bunch made up that you can just put in a gel cap. Now, you can also make up gel caps ahead of time. I have this handy little thing that my husband made. You just take just a thin piece of wood. I was going to look this up and see if you could find these on Amazon. But you drill the holes in the size of the capsules, and then you put the capsule in there, and then it makes it easy to take your dropper and just hold it over the capsule and drop it in. And then you can leave it in the thing to put the cap on it, and then just take the capsule out and it's filled up. If you want to make a bunch ahead of time, I suggest that you put them in the freezer, but not for too long because they'll dry out and the oil will dry up and evaporate through the gel cap. But if you don't put them in the freezer, they can melt the capsule and then you just have a gooey mess and you can't take them. So do that. So there's lots of different recipes with things to make up for taking internally. The other thing is, if you want to roll something on, like you've made up your own muscle comfort formula and you want to put it on, you can purchase some empty roller bottles. You can purchase empty roller bottles, and let me show you how to take off and put on the cap. So you have a roller bottle cap and you take the screw on cap and you just wedge it on the cap. I hope that you can see that good enough. And then you just pop it off like that. And the easiest way to put it on, for 2 years, I would put the cap on like that and then try to push it down in and snap it into place. No, you don't have to do that. Just put the screw cap on and give it a little bit of firm pressure and screw it in, and the cap will pop it on for you. See, and it's in place. Just double check it to make sure, so you don't go to roll it on and then you have oil everywhere if it wasn't quite popped all the way on. You can buy roller caps from Young Living. There's I think 10 in here. They're called Aroma Glide. And all you do is same thing with this bottle. You pop off the cap like that with the other cap, and then put the roller cap on and screw it down. So you can use empty bottles for roller bottles, so you don't have to buy roller bottles. My husband and I use Aromaseas frequently for those tight muscles, help them relax a little bit. So we'll put 30 drops of Aromaseas in a roller bottle, and then the rest mixing oil, and then just roll that on. So it's still effective. It still works well on those tight muscles, but it makes your bottle go a lot farther than just putting a roller cap straight on here and using full strength oil. So you can do that with anything. If you use lavender a lot or you use peppermint a lot, just remember, if you're putting mixing oil in there, it's going to be a little greasy. So, you know, if you're putting peppermint on your pillow for sleeping, you don't want to use the roller bottle with the mixing oil in there, because it's going to be greasy on your pillow. Okay, any questions about that? I know you're all muted, but okay. You're at the end of your tube of toothpaste. This isn't a full-size tube. This is one of the sample tubes you can buy, but same principle. You're at the end of the tube, or you're getting to the end of your lotion bottle and no more pumps out. How do you get the last little bits out? And there's quite a bit still in here when you can't get any more out. So lay your tube flat on the table and then squish across this way to get it down as much as you can towards the middle, and then just cut it off like that. There's still a whole bunch down in there. So now you can just dip your toothbrush down in there and get the rest out, or whatever it is. If you have facial scrub, or anything that comes in a tube, then so it doesn't dry out, just slip the two sides together and push it down, and that'll keep it fresh. Same thing with the lotion bottle. You take pointy scissors and punch them in, and then cut all the way around. And then to get this to glide together, you'll have to cut little slots up like that and squish them together. So you can swirl your finger around in there. And sometimes you'll have some up here. Sometimes you'll need to cut it down near the bottom so you can get your finger close enough to get the lotion out of there. So you'll get a lot more lotion out of there if you do that, and then it doesn't go to waste. You can't get any more out of your essential oil bottle by dripping it. There's still probably 5 to 10 drops in there that won't come out through the dripper bottle. So take the dripper cap off and then tip it up slowly and drop it into your hand that way, because you can still get more out of this empty bottle once you can't get any more out dripping it. And then what do you do with the empty bottles? There's lots of things you can do. Like I said, save them for making up a roller bottle with the same type of oil. Or Alice Player loves to take the caps off and put the dripper cap in the bottle in her bag of Epsom salt. So it kind of mixes in there and gets the little pieces of oil that are on the side of the bottle, mixes in with the Epsom salt, and then you just scoop out the Epsom salt and put it in your bath, and it's already got the oils in it. You can also, of course, just take a handful or a cup of Epsom salt and then drop your oil of choice into the Epsom salt and then throw it in your bath water. You can also put a little bit of mixing oil in the empty bottle and just shake it a little bit, and then you'll still have some oil to use, so you can use it up. So then let's see, empty Ningxia Red bottles. Any number of uses for this. You can just use it as a plain water bottle. There's recipes for the red drink, it's called, where you put in Ningxia Red and sulfur zyme and then water, and you sip on that all day. I don't know if I have that recipe. I'll have to look and see. You can use this to extend your mouthwash. I do have that recipe written down, and I'll send that to you. So you pour the mouthwash in the empty Ningxia Red bottle. You put in some spearmint, some peppermint, and some, I think more thieves. And then you put the rest water in there. And then you just can use this cap. That's enough. Shake it up, because you'll see a layer of gold around the top of the liquid. That'll be the thieves that's in the thieves mouthwash. So shake it up real good, and then pour you a cap full of mouthwash. Just toss it in. That's enough to swish around, but it's not as strong as when it's in full strength in the mouthwash bottle, which is really strong for your mouth. And it's still enough to effectively use the mouthwash on your mouth. So I do have that recipe. I'll send that along.
Okay, because I was wondering how much of the mouthwash and the drops of the spearmint and peppermint.
Yeah, I'll send the recipe. You put the whole mouthwash bottle in here.
Oh, gotcha.
The whole
Okay.
bottle of mouthwash, and then the drops of oil, and then the rest water.
All
so
right.
it's like almost half and half of Ningxia Red and I mean, not Ningxia Red, water and thieves mouthwash.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. And you can put Christmas lights down in here and use this as a decorative bottle. Any number of things you can use with the Ningxia Red bottle. Because it's glass, it's great for water bottles, and it's not too fat around to carry around. Okay, your foaming hand soap has run out. Now what do? Well, you can buy the foaming hand soap refill that Young Living has, or it's really easy to refill these. You just take the foaming cap off. Oh, I don't have the Castile bottle here to show you what Castile soap, but you get liquid Castile soap from the grocery store, and make sure you get unscented, because you don't know what they use for the scents for those. And put 2 to 3 tablespoons of the Castile soap, 5 to 10 drops of the essential oil that you want for the flavor of this. So like you can use luscious lemon oil. If you want to, you can put like a tablespoon of Thieves Household Cleaner and then the rest water, and then put this back in. Now look at this thing is really fat right here, and it takes up space. So when you fill this up, don't fill it all the way. Leave room for that big fat thing to go in there, and then screw the cap back on, and you got more foaming hand soap. Most foaming hand soap bottles, I don't know how well you can see it on this picture, but there's like a little groove right there. I don't know if you can see it on here, but there's a groove here too. If you twist that, now your bottle won't push down. So you can transport this without spilling your foaming hand soap. And then just line the groove on here with the groove on there, and then you could push it down again. Mine's not completely empty. Does that make sense?
I never knew that.
Oh, about the groove?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it comes locked. Well, actually it
Mhm.
comes with a cap on it, and then you put the thing in there. So but you can make this whatever scent you want. And if you don't even want to buy the hand soap originally from Young Living, you can buy foaming hand soap bottles on Amazon, and they're just clear, and you make it whatever scent you want it to be. So if you want it to be antibacterial, put Thieves in there. Use Thieves household cleaner, and a few drops of Thieves and the Castile soap, and it will foam. Don't put too much Castile soap in here, because if it foams too much, it's too thick, and then it doesn't come out very well. And then you have to dump it all out and start all over again.
Hey,
Cricket.
can I add a little extra to that?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I do mine, I make sure that I tilt it to the side like I'm pouring in carbonation into a container jar. So I get the water in there, and then I slowly on the side add the soap. And of course, the soap is only maybe a third of the bottle, maybe. And that's how I do it, with the water and a third of the bottle
Yeah.
of the refill.
Yeah.
So,
You only
and then,
need two.
yes,
Yeah, you only need
Yes.
2 to 3 tablespoons of the Castile soap. So,
right.
and the
So I just want
Castile soap
know that-
comes in a bottle about this big, so you can make a lot of foaming hand soap with it.
right.
Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, Cricket, do you have a recipe for that you were saying? So you said
yeah.
add, I'm sorry, you said add the household cleaner to.
You can
even
you
if,
can add just a tablespoon of household cleaner, or don't put as much Castile soap and put the household cleaner in there.
so you do 2 to 3 tablespoons of Castile soap and just water, distilled water. And then it doesn't matter what water.
No.
Okay, and then what'd you say, 10 drops of your oil?
Yeah, depending on how strong you want it, 5 to 10 drops.
Okay, and then what was I gonna say? Oh, and if you use these household cleaner, you just eliminate one of the Castile soaps, right?
Right. I just wanted to shut that door. Yes, yes, and that recipe is also on the list of recipes that I had. Oh, I need to bring that up because I have some other recipes on there too. But let me get through this. Okay, Thieves Household Cleaner. Menards, Lowe's, Myers, Dollar Store. Although you can't find as big a bottle at Dollar Store, get you a 30 ounce spray bottle. And then Thieves Household Cleaner. This is the bigger one. And it says ultra concentrated refill. On the back, it tells you how much to use. So most cleaning applications, 30 parts water, 1 part cleaner. That means 1 ounce of household cleaner and the rest water in a 30-ounce container, right? Joby's calling me. Yes, Joby. Yeah, we're still on. Okay, so for glass, you can do a lighter application, but I use this 30-to-1 for glass, and I don't have any problem with streaking or anything like that. You can do heavier degreasing, so you could put 2 ounces in here for the 30 ounces. So but the recipe is on the back here, so you don't have to guess. I get the big bottles. I've gotten small bottles over time. And so I have the 14-ounce bottles of household cleaner in the kitchen, 3 bathrooms so that I can refill my and I have a bottle of this in each of those rooms, and then I can just refill it right in that room. And if I need it full strength, like I'll do just a short squirt in the stool to clean the inside of the stool. And so I have taken off the regular cap of household cleaner and taken a squirter cap from a different bottle of stuff and put it on there. And then I'll just do a quick squirt in the stool with a little bit of baking soda and scrub it inside. And then around the outside and the seat and the walls around and the floor and everything, I'll use the spray. So that's how you do the household cleaner. I have a client who used the household cleaner with a little bit stronger solution to clean her oven. And she said it was absolutely amazing how well it got the grease off the oven. So little tip there. Fabric softener, one of the worst toxic things in your house is fabric softener or those dryer sheets. So a couple tips with that. The first is if you have a dispenser in your washer and you do you have a deep rinse, it's not a Young Living product, but just plain white vinegar in that fabric softener dispenser will help rinse the soap out of your clothes, make them softer, and you won't have those toxins. If you want a good smell in there, you can put a couple drops of purification or whatever smell you want, lemon, lavender if you're doing sheets, whatever, into that white vinegar, and that'll get on the sheets as well as as it rinses. You can also take if you have those little dryer balls, you can put your whatever scent of essential oil on the dryer balls. You can take a wet washcloth or damp washcloth and put some drops of oil on those and put it in with the clothes in the dryer. You can order the Seedlings wipes and just toss one of those in there, just like a dryer sheet. And that will also be a kind of a softener and nice scent for your clothing. Okay, waterless hand soap. Don't throw out these bottles. They have this size and another bigger size of waterless hand soap refills, and this is less expensive per ounce. So take this bottle and this little squeezer cap and fill it back up again. So you don't have to keep buying these little bottles all the time. And I think the bigger bottle has a pump on it as well. So you can just pump it in. Waterless hand purifier. It's great for your hands. It's also great as deodorant. I have it on my dresser, and that's what I put under my arms every morning. It's just, I put a tiny drop on my fingertip and rub it all around. It dries quickly. I wouldn't recommend it the first day that you shave, but the next day after that is fine. It stings a little bit. If you forget, it'll go away quickly. Suck it up. I just read this one myself. Thieves Fruit and Veggie Soap. Put it in the little rinse dispenser on your automatic dishwasher. I never heard that before. So I haven't tried that. I just read this yesterday. So, but if you use fruit and veggie soak, that dispenser doesn't take much to fill it up. So put some fruit and veggie soak in there and see what it does. It says it makes your glassware sparkle and shine. So awesome sauce. And let me find, I had a recipe thing. Let me find that here and share it to you. This and that. What? Oh, great. Oh, good. Here it is. I didn't save it in the right folder. Okay, let me share this here. I know a lot of you are on the phone, but. Okay, this will be on the handout that I send out to you. So there's a recipe for Thieves Household Cleaner. This says 1 capsule to 16-ounce spray bottle. It has a recipe for heavy degreaser, so that's 3 capsules in a 16-ounce bottle. Floor cleaner, household cleaner with lemon or citrus fresh oil and white vinegar. Glasses and mirrors, add 5 drops of lemon and 1 teaspoon of distilled white vinegar in a 16-ounce spray bottle with the 1 capful of Thieves Household Cleaner. See, I don't think you need to do all of this. I just use just the 1 ounce of Thieves Household Cleaner and 30 ounces of water, and I just use that on everything. The mirrors, the grease, this degreaser, the floor cleaner, any of that. DIY Thieves Scrub. Now we have the Thieves Scrub that's pre-made. So this says 3 cups of baking soda, 3/4 cup Thieves Household Cleaner, and 1 tablespoon distilled white vinegar. I would think the vinegar and the soda are gonna really foam up, but 30 drops of lemon essential oil. Combine all ingredients in a bowl until a paste is formed. Store in an airtight container or jar. Best if used within 3 months. And then there's a recipe for a laundry whitener, which includes hydrogen peroxide, lemon juice, lemon essential oil, baking soda, and water, and put it in a mason jar. So here's the Thieves mouthwash, an empty Ningxia Red bottle of mouthwash, Thieves spearmint peppermint, water to fill the bottle, 1 capful to rinse, and foaming hand soap, 2 tablespoons liquid Castile soap, 5 to 10 drops, 2 to 3, and 5 to 10 drops essential oil, and then with a foaming hand dispenser. Fill with water, making sure to leave room for the pump. And I'll see if I can find that red drink recipe and add that on here as well. Does anyone know that recipe?
Yeah, I think it's just 2 ounces of the Ningxia Red. And you can put in well, and then you just add water, and then you add like 2 to 3 drops of lime and a teaspoon of sulfurzyme. 1 to 2 teaspoons of sulfurzyme. But you can
Okay.
also add your Ningxia Zing or the nitro in there if you want to.
Okay. Optional Zing or nitro. Okay. Okay, I'll write that up and put that on there too. So, and then I'll send that out to all you guys. So, that is all the tips I have. Anybody else have any little tips or tricks?
I with my empty essential oil bottles,
Mm-hmm.
I put them in my laundry when I do wash. I put like
Oh,
2 bottles, and I take
Uh-huh.
off the caps or the dripper tops
yeah. Uh-huh.
and throw it all in, the cap, the dripper top, and the bottle, and rinse it. And I mean, do my laundry with it, and then when it's done, I throw it out.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't put it through well, sometimes they go through the dryer, but
Yeah.
I try not to have them go through the dryer, but
Yeah.
I'll save a few of them if I'm going to use them for roller bottles, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they'd make a big clunking noise if you left them in the dryer.
Yeah, I'm afraid they'd break maybe too. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure. Barbara, did you have a tip?
No, no tips, but I'm
Okay.
kind of fascinated with the thought of the mouthwash. I will definitely start back using it now.
There you
I
go.
just couldn't take it.
Yeah, it's just too strong.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, yeah. So,
yeah.
the Ninja Red bottles, you will need to use something because it gets that little ring around there of Ninja Red on there. So,
Mhm.
like I have these skinny little brushes that have cotton on the end, cotton fluffies on the end of it,
Uh-huh.
and I can force it down in there and then squeegee around and get that ring out of there. And then I just let it drop down in and shake the bottle with that brush in there, and it
Okay.
gets all that out of there. And then the first time I did this, I thought that ring was remnants of Ninja Red. But then I realized, no, it's the thieves from the Thieves mouthwash. That's why it says on the bottle, shake well. Duh.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Mystery
So
solved.
yeah, so this that works really good. Works really
All right.
good. Yeah. Anybody else? All right, ladies, thanks for joining me tonight. Have a great evening. We'll talk to y'all later.
You too.
Mwah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Cricket, you're just
Bye-bye.
email
Bye.
these
Bye,
recipes?
everybody.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you.
See
You're
ya.
welcome.
Bye-bye. Thanks,
Bye.
Jackie.
Thank you.
You're welcome.